Hey, I'm Gary Mater. I play bass in Eyehategod. This is a Fender jazz bass. It's really nothing really special. It's pretty much the cheapest Fender you could buy, you know. But I think what makes a difference is the pickups. I use lace pickups. They're passive, but they're as loud as active pickups, but they have more dynamic to me. Like they, your signal doesn't get squashed, I don't think, when you have just like a good passive signal, you know. So they're loud, so they're high. You know, I get like a good rolling feedback from them, and they have like an excellent definition as well. So I get, you know, the tone and the definition and the sustain that I think that you would usually get from like active pickups, you know. A friend of ours, Jared, that used to come see us out in LA, worked for Lace and offered us all pickups, you know. And really, I don't know a whole lot about gear or whatever, you know. So somebody offered me some free pickups and they ended up being amazing, you know. It's like I think it's one of the coolest things that I've come across that contributes to the way that I sound, you know. For tone, I use zero, like no treble at all. Check it out, zero. With my tone across the board, I don't use any highs or high mid. You know, I kind of stay away from highs. I don't, just what sounds good to me, you know. As far as like the pickups, I use them full blast, both of them, you know, because I don't really. I mean, I guess I do, you know, pick wherever, you know, for different tones or whatever, but in general, we're just trying to throw some like some well-rounded volume. It's Diodario 230 XLs, like made for down tuning, because we tune to C standard, and I mean everything else just kind of flops around when you tune that low. With these, it kind of gives you the tension that you need to where it's not obnoxious sounding, like it doesn't sound like you're flopping all over the fret, you know. It's really like a play off of the hardcore compilation. This is Boston, not LA. But it was, the sticker comes from a friend of mine who works in the movie industry, and I guess there's like some kind of, I don't know, rivalry between workers in LA and Louisiana, you know, because we're like a fairly, well, relatively speaking, like a new market for doing movies, or at least back then it was. And so that's where the sticker comes from. The head, I use it's a dark glass 900 V2. What I like the most about these is that they're like 5 pounds. Well, that's not what I like the most, but that's one of the more convenient things about these. I used to use like a Pro 4 or a SVT Classic, and you know, it's like 50 pounds of lugging around. They break, nobody can fix them anymore. So I was lucky enough to run into some folks at Dark Glass who hooked me up, and since then I love these, because the one of the hardest thing to find on any bass amp, I find, you know, just like when you go to a festival and you plug in and you gotta kind of dial it in right quick, is this compression. They have a compression knob on it that to me is the magic, you know, because you can have all of the low end and all, well, I mean, as you can see, I don't use much high, again. But anyway, all the frequencies that are represented, it just makes everything really smooth, and it gives you the sustain that kind of carries the music, you know. So that's kind of one of my favorite things about it, is just this little simple little compression knob. Not that, I mean, I'm sure that other amps have compression knobs, but theirs in particular sounds amazing. Like it just rounds everything out nicely, you know. I've been using Ampeg A10s for as long as I've been in Eyehategod. It's kind of, you know, a fail-proof cabinet. You know, you'll get the low end and the punch. That's what I like about the A10s versus like say like 215 or whatever. It just, especially being tuned low, I think it's kind of necessary to have that little extra punch that you get from the smaller speakers, you know, but you still get the, you know, all the low end that you need, you know. So I've been using these for a while. It's really, I mean, there's nothing special about them. They're just, they sound good. At least the old ones do anyway. Or the now they have the heritage cabinets, but there's like, you know, it's like $1,600 or something. So I found this in Vegas for like $600. It's one of the A10 E or something like that. But whatever kind of wood this one was made from, it's just, you could tell the difference. I'm one of those bass players that uses a pick. I like the way that it sounds because it has more of a percussive feel. So like for this kind of music, I think it works more than having like a real smooth. I mean, it still sounds smooth, you know, but they have just something different that sharpens it a little bit. You know, it kind of makes it more like a blunt force. I don't even know what the thickness is. They're the green ones, kind of like Dunlop or whatever. But these are in tune picks, and I use the like the triangle shape one just because well, there's just more surface area, so it just makes it easier to have fun and whatever, and not really have to worry about, you know, holding onto a little pick. For my tuning pedal, I usually use one like Jimmy, so I'll show you his. I left mine at a club, and so somebody's got a relatively new one of these. You're welcome. And but this is the one that I use, the Polytune, for our down tuning. They seem to register the best, you know, I guess. I mean, I have like the Boss, like the old school, like TU2 or whatever. But these kind of, the Boss ones kind of waver a little bit, you know. But these kind of, it's a more regular signal, I guess. For my instrument cables, I just use these, what is it called, monster cables, you know, because it's, I mean, why not spend a few extra bucks and have something that's reliable? You know, they last usually longer than I could remember to keep them. You know, I'll leave them around, so I have brand new ones before I could bust up these. And then I have, this is my road case / wallet. So like, usually I got tons of stuff in my pocket. I got sticker from, I got Four in a Strange Band. I got a little dab stick in here, some batteries, stickers, a hotel key, a Royal Finger Bowl, and in between songs, when we're kind of having a quiet show, I bust out the Farmer's Almanac. Not really. It's just something that I enjoy reading, is all. So thanks for watching the video. I hope that the little bit that I use kind of gives someone some kind of insight as to, you know, how to get some low, full tone, you know, that's I don't know, that sounds good, is all. For the rest of this year, we'll be doing a couple more tours in Europe for the first time since before COVID, and we have some dates later in the U.S. again for like Psycho, Swim, and what have you. But we have a website. It's Eyehategod.ee, and they have like all of the European and the U.S. dates that we have going right now, and any other kind of, you know, information about our band, you know, new T-shirts or new videos, or, you know, just anything that people might be interested in.